Brad Friedel, welcome to Mexico City Soccer X. What do you think about the event so far?
The event's very good. There's a lot of bright minds here. A lot of people in the world of football, which is always nice. A lot of times you go to events and it's set in an area where people are very local, and this is nice because there's people from all walks of life in all different countries, and it's nice to pick the brains of what's happening in soccer or football in their said countries.
It's been an amazing Premier League season for Tottenham, for Spurs. What do you think about maybe the next season? They're going to be the top four. What do you think about Mauricio Pochettino's job so far?
Well, Mauricio Pochettino's done a fantastic job. Listen, in the Premier League, there's a lot of money there, and a lot of the teams, like a Manchester City and a Manchester United and a Chelsea, even a Southampton, Liverpool, they're all going to want to do better next year. But there's a very strong base with Tottenham and what Mauricio has done. So if they just continue building on that, then I think they will be in that top four again, and always a very difficult team to beat.
What do you think about Leicester's story so far? Tell me your opinion. Can they make it again, or can another team, a small team, can win the Premier League like Leicester?
Oh, I don't know if they can win it again, but amazing, remarkable story this year. I think most people thought that they might be one of the relegation candidates, and here they are lifting the Premier League trophy. We'll have to see what they do and how they build on their squad for Champions League next year. Plus, they're going to have the midweek games to contend with next year. But fascinating story, and I can't wait to watch next season to see how they navigate through the Champions League, the FA Cup, the League Cup, and the Premier League. It'll be tough for them, but again, really fascinating to watch.
It's going to be a very excited competition now this summer in the USA. The Copa America Centenary. Argentina, Colombia, Brazil, the US, Mexico, they're going to be there. What do you think about your opinion about the tournament?
Well, it's a fascinating opportunity for the United States public to see not just friendly matches in the United States, but to see a Lionel Messi and a Luis Suarez playing competitive, real matches that they have to win. And if they don't win, they'll get criticized back in their home countries. That's going to be tremendous from a development standpoint. Again, fantastic that the United States can play against teams like this and on home soil. The more times that you can play against the best teams in the world, the better it is for your development. I know there'll be a little bit more pressure on the United States team because they're playing in the U.S. But again, great summer and a great, hopefully, month for the team.
Any predictions for the Copa America? Who's going to be in the finals, semifinals? The USA, they can make it in the final, maybe?
Well, every team that enters should think and hope that they can make it into the final. The United States is playing at home, so there's no reason why they shouldn't go out and try to win every single game. If they can make it there, then that would be fantastic. But there's no sense in going to the tournament not thinking you can win.
Jurgen Klinsmann has been very criticized in the last few months. What do you think about his job as the USA manager?
Listen, when the results go well, then people praise head coaches. When they don't go well, then people criticize head coaches. The away defeat at Guatemala brought up a lot of criticism towards them, but then a few days later, they had a very good, very strong performance against Guatemala. I fully anticipate the United States getting through to the next round of qualification, and when they do, then there'll be more praise instead of the criticism. So Jurgen's used to this. He's been at some tremendous clubs. He's done a very good job with the U.S. and he'll continue to work as hard as he can to make sure that we do qualify for the World Cup. We have a good showing in the Copa America, and then hopefully a good showing in the next World Cup itself.
Can any more players from the USA now can go to play in the big leagues in Europe, like London Donovan did in ones like yourself? You spend a lot of time in the Premier League. Can we see that in the future again?
Yes, there's a lot of players, exciting players in the 90s, 96, 97, 98, 99 birth year. And a lot of players are currently playing in England and in Germany and in Spain and in Holland. And this is very good to see. And yes, I think you'll continue to do so. We also have quite a few players that play in Liga MX, which is a very good league also. So I think the future looks very, very good for the United States, and we're trying our best to develop more and more players that will be able to then go into Jurgen's squad.
What is the future in the MLS and the soccer in the United States? They can win the World Cup maybe one day. Maybe this Copa America, any big players they can make it in the big game, in the big teams like Real Madrid or Barcelona.
Well, listen, soccer grows every single day, and I wouldn't count it out that a player around the corner. We have Christian Pulisic, who's playing for Borussia Dortmund right now, is one of the best teams in Europe. Listen, that can happen, but I have to ask you the question. There's not many teams that win a World Cup. I mean, I could ask you when was the last time Mexico won a World Cup?
Never.
Correct. So it's not an easy thing to do. So do we all hope that we'll get there one day? Absolutely. And will we keep working tirelessly in order to try to achieve that? Absolutely. But it's a very difficult trophy to win, and it's going to take a lot of hard work to get there. But it's work that we all want to take on.
Do you think the USA and Mexico can host the next World Cup after Qatar?
I think any big event that comes to the Americas, whether Central America, Mexico, South America, the United States or Canada, whether it's a men's event or a women's event, would be fantastic. So I have no idea whether it would be a joint venture or anything of that nature. That's not my remit. My remit is to coach the players. However, anytime a big event can come to these shores, then that's great for our region.
Excellent. Brad Friedel, thank you very much.
Thank you.